Welcome to Double Muse, an episode with myself, Janey Ross, and Emily East.
Did you pause on my last name?
Yeah, I was like, what's your name again? Who are we arguing? Twin sisters, and we are on a journey to make our vision boards come to life. And my guess is that you are too, and that's why you press play. Thank you for pressing play.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel nice to know that someone's pressing play on the other end of their phone?
It's like someone's listening.
Like someone's listening. Like we enjoy our own company.
Yeah,
but
it's nice to know others do.
Really fulfilling to know that someone else out there pressed play.
Yeah.
Now, today, Emily, I've got a really juicy episode. Like I'm chomping at the bit to share this. I'm excited
because this is something that probably happened to you almost a month ago. So I'm so excited.
It's pretty fresh. It happened pretty fresh. But I manifested $10,000, an extra $10,000 outside of my expected income.
Yes.
And I'm really excited to share how I actually did that because the world of manifesting is very busy. It's sort of been packaged and marketed and polished, and it's all really it's just a noisy place.
Yeah.
And what's going to make this episode different is that yes, those things are true, but this is going to be what actually happened in real IRL.
Yeah.
And in real time of what I actually did. It's sort of going to get to the nitty-gritty of it.
Love.
And that's why I'm really excited to share it.
Love.
It was two separate payments, two rando separate payments, all within the same day of a 7,000
Was it the same
something.
day?
It was the same day.
Amazing.
It was a 7,000 something and then a 3,000 something. And then there was other things as well. We got a brand deal with someone else, and then I got 2 random gift vouchers.
Yes.
And I get car parks all the time. I'm just going to share.
The car park fairies.
The car park fairies. Amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Car park fairies. Hallelujah. Okay. But before we do, Emily, what's up with you?
Thanks. Nothing. What's up with you?
What's up with you?
I was wondering when you were going to let me get my
you can go. Get a word
in there.
in.
I was like, excuse me.
Yeah, go
Have
on.
you forgotten? My life lately, what's been happening with me is actually, Jane, I'm going to toot your horn for a minute, which as you know is unlike me. And I want to really give you credit where credit's due. Is you're working on a bit of a secret project, and I had to listen to some brainstorm of some ideas that you wanted to sort of, put out there, and some brainstorming of podcast episodes, et cetera, et cetera. And you were speaking about some studies on people who are at the end of their lives and what they reflect on the most, and what studies show that they reflect on the most. And there was 3 things from this study that you explained. I don't want to step on the toes of your planning, but one of because I'm blessed to see.
It's called The 3 Regrets of the Dying.
Oh, thank you.
It's quite morbid, but it's really interesting.
Yeah, it is morbid, but it's really interesting. I get to see you plan episodes and things like that before they go live to you guys, so I'm really lucky. And to step on the toes of this, you shared those 3, and one of them that really stood out to me when I was listening, I really had that experience of being what it's like to be a listener.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
I did. That's what I'm saying to you. And one of the regrets of the dying, you said that there were 3, was they didn't tell people how they felt about them. And I was really blown away by that. And I was like, there's actually things that I want to say to my special people in my life. So I've sent 2 messages since listening.
I inspired
to that.
you to do that. Oh, that's really wholesome.
I talk about my Auntie Jill on here all the time, but I sent one to Auntie Jill.
My auntie also.
Yeah, but she's my Auntie Jill. I sent her one, and she was just, obviously it was just so wholesome.
Yeah.
And
it made me feel good.
It just made me feel good. I was said something along the lines of, I just want you to know how special you are in my life,
That's really nice.
And another one I sent was shout out to beautiful Mel Waite. Oh my gosh, she might be listening. Wouldn't that be a dream?
That would be a dream.
I'll send her this episode.
Yes, send it.
And Mel Waite was a massive influence on our life, even just in adulthood. She was our netball coach.
She was our netball coach when we were under 17s or something. This is a lifetime ago. But her lessons are still playing out now.
And even now, Jane, just her belief in us and whatever.
Yeah.
And there's been times when we've been challenged and we go, Mel Waite's cheering you on.
And we're just
it just pumps us up. So I sent her a beautiful message, and she was just so grateful as well. And it was just a wholesome experience.
Yeah.
And I guess my challenge and my invitation for you is, if knowing that that's a regret of the dying, maybe there's someone that you could send a message to and let them know how much you appreciate them, because as selfless as it is doing that because you want to do it for the other person, it also feels so good for you because you know now that they know how you feel.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
I mean, it is a morbid topic, 3 regrets of the dying, 3 regrets.
Yeah.
But it's really inspiring because there's
it's hindsight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can learn a lot from that. So it was I wish I remembered her name, but I'll have to remember her name and put it in there. But it was research done of nursing homes.
Yeah, bless.
And they were the 3 regrets. It was just the common theme, and it was courage. I didn't have the courage to tell those who I loved or what they actually meant to me. Are you ready, Emily?
I don't know whether I am, but I am.
I don't know if I've actually fully sat down and explained to you everything that I did.
You've given me little tidbits of
do this,
what I've done,
and I've told you
whatever.
to do stuff. And I remember I told you to do one of the things.
Oh my God, and I did, and I got
and you
something.
Manifested a random refund of $400.
Yeah,
it was $380 or something.
Why am I not doing this on the daily?
Yeah, we need to do this on the daily.
Yeah.
But okay, so manifesting. Maybe you are someone who has tried manifesting before and it didn't work. Or maybe you are someone who thinks, and this was me, I used to be like, manifesting's nice, I believe in it, but I don't feel like it's possible for me.
Yeah.
So you might be someone who's sitting in that category and that you're like, I love manifesting, I love the idea, I believe it, I've seen it, or maybe I've tried it, didn't work, and it just doesn't feel possible for you. Yeah. That's what this episode's going to feel by the end of it.
Or it feels like you've done it and it's like it didn't work.
It didn't work. You've done all the things.
Like you did you feel like you've done everything right.
You've done all the things and it didn't, none of it's actually worked for you.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really excited about this episode, is because it's like, it's really the nitty gritty. It's not like a polished marketed version of manifesting, even though that's not bad. Like there's some really great stuff out there, but it's not like, I'm not here telling you what to do. I'm here telling you what I did.
Yeah.
And how you can then do that to bring more, whether it's money like I did, whether you wanted to bring in more money, whether you wanted to bring in an opportunity, whether you wanted to bring in a partner, whether you wanted to bring in a job opportunity, like whatever it is, like dream big. Like, can you actually, this is my invitation to you listening right now, actually let yourself dream just for a second. Like, you know, when someone goes, Emily, imagine if you won the lottery.
Yeah.
And you're like, we love to go, oh my God, if I won X amount, if I won $10 million, I would buy this. I would travel to this place. I would cut back on my job. Like, and you let your mind go there. That's what I'm inviting you to do right now, is let your mind go there. Let your mind actually dream of what you would really want if there was endless possibilities. There was no limit to, you didn't have to think about money. You didn't have to think about your responsibilities. Like, what would you actually call in? How would you spend what would you do with the lottery? But what I want you to what I want you to know who's listening is that whatever just popped into your head then, you've got more chance of creating it than buying a ticket to the lottery. You have more control over your success than you're actually giving yourself credit for. And that's why I get really excited, because this is going to be exactly how to do that. I'm not here to like pump you up and say anything's possible without actually giving you what you can do to make it happen. So by now, are you on the edge of your seat?
I am.
Because I am. Okay. So bottom line, recently manifested $10,000 and that was all within a really condensed time frame.
Yeah.
It was outside of my day. It was the same day I sent you a screenshot of my bank account.
Yeah.
I was like, WTF.
Yeah.
And there was a 7,000 something, a 3,000 something. And then it was within another day that I'd been sent two sort of PR things of brands that I will like froth on.
Yeah.
And then I randomly got 2 gift vouchers sent to me, and then car parks are just endless. So like you can use what I'm about to share for anything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share exactly what I did. There's a few manifestation myths I feel that I might also debunk along the way, and then just give you some tips that you can actually start implementing. So are you ready for the first one? The first one was, and I still do this now, is that I'm really intentional with my thoughts in the morning. So this is step 1. So it can be really easy to just wake up to the kids or wake up to your alarm and then you're up and you're out and you're out of bed and you're on to the next thing without actually, and I'm not suggesting you need to create time for this. I haven't added anything on, but the minute I start to sort of feel myself wake and I feel myself like stirring and, you know, I can hear the kids, I can hear like Brady, my husband's, he's up. Instead of just thinking, okay, what do I have to do today? I've got to make the kids' lunches, X, Y, Z. I've started to catch myself on those just like mundane to do thoughts, and I've turned them into intentions. So now, and I've trained my brain.
Yeah.
It's taken practice, because it's so easy to think of what I have to do, what's going on today, and then you're up and you're out of bed and the moment's gone. But I've trained my brain to actually be intentional with my thoughts for the day, and I smile. There's actually so much research behind how
you
good,
just saying, and I smiled, like I smiled.
Didn't you feel good?
Yeah.
And there's actually there's people who teach, like there's like coaches who teach athletes to smile when they're running.
Yeah.
Because it trains their brain that they're okay. Like they can keep going, and it makes their body feel like it just gives them a rush.
There's so much to a smile.
So much to a smile. So I'll lay in bed and I'll smile.
Yeah.
And one thing that I do is that I imagine, and like I just at the basic level, I've become aware of chakras, and we need to do a whole episode on chakras, but we've got 7 chakras, and all I do in this simplest way is I just imagine water, and I just imagine water cleansing them.
Oh my God.
And that's it.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it? And it's just simple, like regardless of your knowledge of chakras, you can just imagine your energy in your body. I just imagine water, like I breathe in water and then I breathe it out, and
like
it just
flowing,
just flowing, cleansing.
Yeah, the symbolicness of water just being easy and flowing, and and
refreshing, because I imagine it like
and
cold
free.
ocean water.
Yeah,
and I just imagine it, and it's almost like resetting me for the day, and like just cleansing me for the day. It's really nice. It's a really nice thought. And I might put my hand on my tummy, my belly, and like breathe in the feeling of the water, like cleansing. And then I usually like make the smile really helps with gratitude. And I smile and I'm like, I'm so grateful for my bed sheets. I'm so grateful. Like you can think of bigger things, but if you're like, it's okay to be thankful for your bed sheets, because I honestly am. Totally. And then grateful for like your family, or all those things, and just make yourself feel good. And then you've just done that cleansing. One thing I also do is and then Emily, this is a whole other topic, is spirit guides, is I just thank them and I just say, I give you permission to guide me today. And for me, it's spirit guides, because that feels more like real to me, to actually use a name for spirit guides. Or you might say God, or you might say universe, thank you for another day, or whatever. Just like acknowledge like high power?
Yeah.
Is that what you would say?
I was going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, like just acknowledge that you're here for a reason. Just acknowledge that you were wonderfully and perfectly made, and that you have outside sources who are like rooting for you. And I just thank them for my existence, and I give them permission to show up for me today and be my best self. And this sounds like it's a long time, but it's literally like what I'm explaining literally takes 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when I'm getting up, my feet touch the ground and I go, thank you.
I love that.
Like, thank you. And then that's so tiny, but think of how much of an impact that makes on my day.
Yeah.
When you've started with that energy.
Yeah.
So that's one. Step 2, Emily, is that I was asking constantly for what I actually wanted.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like don't be afraid. Like, what's the saying that Oprah does? Most people don't get what they want because they don't ask for it. Yeah. Or most people don't get what they want because they don't actually know.
Yeah.
Like, actually think about what you want, and then don't be afraid to ask it. So in the morning, when you're actually setting those intentions, you can ask for something. You can be like, I'm asking for like to have fun this morning during the morning routine with my kids, which doesn't always go to plan, but I do my very best. Or like when you're driving and you're looking for a car park, ask for one.
Yeah.
Be like, and you can say it out loud. Be like, oh, send me a really good car park. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like, and whoever, like, again, me, I'm like speaking to my guides, and like my guide, I've got one guide called Bill. And it just feels so much more real for me and so much more wholesome. And you might have like someone who's passed, and it might be your grandma, it might be your granddad, and you say, oh, grandma, can you send me a car park?
Yeah.
Like, does that feel better? Does that feel easier? Does that feel like there's less resistance when you use a name of someone that you've known and someone that you've loved? Like, I know that for me is that manifesting became so much easier when I actually started to ask Bill, like someone who I have known of, rather than God, universe. It felt less mystical for me to actually reference a name.
Yeah.
So that might feel better for you, is you might say, Grandma, can I have a car park today? Or Poppy, can you please send me a car park? Like, and I'm just using car park for example, but I had a massive switch, a massive flip in my manifesting when I actually used a name.
Yeah.
Rather than it just felt so much less out of this world.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And someone who's passed and is on the other side that you can refer to, and you like I can bet that the name of them's probably already in your mind. Like you can ask for things. So Emily, it was, and just for this, remember when we went shopping not that long ago and we'll
Which time?
Okay, so it was when we were looking for a pair of shoes.
Okay.
We wanted.
You're going to need to be more specific.
I'm going to need more specific. We were looking for runners.
Right.
And we were in
Chadstone.
And we hadn't found any yet. And we were walking and we were looking in a gazillion shops and we were almost ready to give up. And we walked out of one shop and I just said, oh, Bill, send us a really cool pair of shoes.
Yeah.
And then randomly we went into a store that we weren't actually going to go in and it wasn't really the vibe. But then there was the pair of shoes that we love and we both got.
Yeah.
So like I'm using really small examples, but ask.
Yeah.
Like actually ask.
And what that does to your energies, it gives you the mindset of things always work out for me. And like imagine carrying yourself through your life knowing that.
Exactly.
Like it's just a completely different energy and vibe.
And often it happens like that.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't always, but I think you'd be surprised if you actually started to ask for what you want.
And then notice when it does work out for you.
Yeah. And at the tiny, I'd love a free coffee today. You know, like actually ask for
we
it.
have a lot of fun with this, by the way. We do it all the time. Of little things.
All the time.
Like our last trip to Melbourne, we were like, oh, mints. We forgot to buy mints.
Yeah.
Not mints, like mints
like
that you put in your mouth.
Yeah. We did.
Remember? And then we were like, we went to get our makeup done and you said to me, oh, Jane, or Emily, we forgot to buy mints. And the makeup lady was like, we have literally hundreds
she
of
gave
them.
us a
Here,
pair.
you can have mine.
Yeah, there was heaps of little tiny things like that just kept coming up. And now I ask for everything.
You just expect it.
Yeah, and
like expect it.
It's become a part of
because you know it. Like it's not something that it's like you're hoping for. You know it.
Yeah. And I think that asking can actually help you clarify in your mind what you actually want.
Yeah,
because it can be hard to manifest when you don't know what you want.
Yeah,
but when you ask, it has to mean that you're clear on what it is that you want.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is number 3. This worked for you.
Okay.
Remember when I said you need...
Yes, I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
Number 3 is marinate. How good does it sound to say marinate your brain?
It reminds me of spray tan. Like you're going to go marinate.
Yeah, but you're going to marinate your brain in possibilities.
Yeah.
So what I did, and I went hardcore. I love the idea of
flooding your brain with possibilities.
That's probably better than marinating because marinating does make me think of steak.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was listening to The Secret, and we'll link this in the show notes because you need to hear it. I've actually recommended it a couple of times, and the responses I got back.
Ainsley will hook you up in the show notes.
Angel will hook us up in the show notes. Is that one girl in particular reached out and she was like, "Can you share the manifesting stories?" And I said, "Listen to this." And she wrote back literally a day after. I'm like, "You've listened to that hardcore because it's a few hours long." And she she just wrote
as
back,
in The Secret's long.
She wrote back that was life changing. So it's The
Secret.
God,
wow, Jane.
I know. So it's called The Secret, and it's
you would have heard of it. Obviously, it was a big movie.
It was a movie prior, and it's kind of old school.
Yeah.
And it was a movie.
So simple.
It was on Netflix, but I don't think it is anymore. Yeah. But it's a free audio. Like it's
you can listen to it on Spotify. Yeah.
Or you can get a hard copy book of it if you'd rather. But for the point of this, I had it on audio. So there was a time where I actually watched the movie and I sat down and I wrote things down of what I wanted, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm familiar enough with it now that I just had it on repeat in the background. I would cook dinner and I have it playing. Yeah. I would drive to do school pickup. Oh, nothing better than school pickup, and like you cracked a can of like coconut water or a Coke and then you're just sipping. Like, can you imagine me just sipping my can and like listening to it? It's the best part of the day because you haven't got your kids yet. You haven't picked them up yet.
Yeah, that's heaven.
I've
got my 2-year-old, so it's not heaven for me.
It's not heaven for you. No, you need to do something about that.
Yeah.
What can you do about that? But it's by Rhonda Byrne, and she interviews all these experts in the law of attraction, which is manifesting. But what I really like about this is that, like I was saying earlier, there are a lot of takes on manifesting, and it's become there's lots of modern takes on it.
Yeah.
Whereas this is really old school, and it's just back to basics.
Yeah. But what I love about you listening to it doing different things is you always pick up on something different each time you listen. Like say it's like an hour audio or whatever and you're driving to pick up the kids or like you're cooking dinner, you might zone out for a minute, but then you always hear what you really need to hear.
It's
like, and that's always different every time. So if you had it on repeat and say you listen to the same hour for 3 or 4 different times, you're always going to pick up on different things with a different perspective on what you're doing. I love that.
And it's like you're literally just downloading.
Yeah.
And
even though it's simple,
so easy.
It's so simple. Even because you were saying it's old school and it's sort of stripped back and it's really simple, sometimes you still need that basic reminder.
Yeah,
you know, like you go, of course I know that, but the way that you explain it is just so simple and so obvious.
And it's just full of like explanations, but also stories from all these different people of what they've been able to attract.
Yeah.
And if you ingrain that into your subconscious, you start to think that way.
Yeah.
Like, and if you listen to it often enough, you'll notice that dialogue starts to become your inner dialogue.
Yeah.
And you start to feel and start to know and start to think in that way. So this is when I was listening to this hardcore was the same time that
Should
all
we
this
listen
stuff.
to it on our drive home?
Yeah. And then I sort of stopped listening to it. I was like, I need to listen to that again.
Yeah, I need another 10K.
Yeah, but then that sort of brings me to my next question is my next step is because that's okay, let's manifest another 10K. Well, of course we can do that. But why I believe this came to me at this time was because when I was manifesting and the thoughts in my mind and when I was asking, I was very specific about for the greater good.
Yeah.
I used that like language for the greater good.
Yeah.
So anything that comes to me or anything that I'm imagining in my mind is for the greater good.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't come to me, it's because it wasn't for the greater good.
Yeah.
So this sort of feels a little bit contradictory because I know that a lot of information out there is like you have to be really specific about what it is that you want. And even though I was specific, I let go of what it would look like because I knew I was surrendering to the greater good.
Yeah.
So I knew that if this wasn't happening, it was because there was something better.
Yeah.
Or it was because there was something that would serve who I wanted to serve even greater.
Yeah.
And it just gave me permission to relax a little bit
and
not hold on to what I wanted so much
because obviously that desperate energy or that needy energy is what often pushes your desire away.
It does, and I think it
takes the joy out of it.
It takes the joy out of it, and I think this is a big reason as to why I haven't manifested things in the past is because I was wanting a really specific outcome. And even though it's really important to be clear and to have clarity and to ask, we need to release what that's actually going to look like. And when you put it in the hands of the greater good, it gives you that sort of, it just makes you breathe less. And I honestly believe that the reason that extra income didn't come at another time is because I wouldn't have used it in a way that was for the greater good.
Yeah.
So, or when I was manifesting before, I wasn't necessarily in alignment with what was going to serve and be of greater good. Am I making sense? So it's just sort of a harder one to explain. But when manifesting feels hard or when it doesn't work, it's because it's not for the greater good and there's something better. And I use that language too, is this or something better.
Yeah.
But I was really, it just sort of took the pressure off a little bit. And I feel like that's why this time was different compared to other times. So with this 10K, like I'd actually written down a few months prior that I wanted an extra $10,000.
Yeah.
I wanted extra. So I actually had written that, but I believe that it came to us at this time because it served us, it served us with this podcast. And I feel like that's for the greater good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I let go of what that would look like and just released it to what would serve the most people.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
But I feel like how it comes and you can see that it wasn't specific. It wasn't like, so this is what I've been manifesting and in my thoughts, I'm like, I want a really successful podcast and all of those things, but it came to me in the form of 10K and then that helped. So, okay, I'm hoping by now at the end of this, you're like, these are things I can do.
Yeah.
Like you can ask. You can be intentional with your morning. You can give yourself permission to relax and go, you know what, if this isn't it, then something better is coming. And you can listen to The Secret on repeat.
Yeah.
Like they're things that you can do. And within a really small condensed time frame, this is what brought in so much magic for us.
I love that.
So
I'm
much
so
magic.
going to listen to The Secret more.
Have it on repeat.
Love it.
It's next level.
Thanks, Jane.
All right. Can't wait for you to listen. And please let us know what you manifest. Like I would die on your manifesting stories.
Yes.
I would die. All right, Emily, that brings us to your upgrade to close us off this
week. My
week.
weekly upgrade is I want everyone to get their phones out right now.
Do I need to get my phone out?
You're probably already doing this.
What am I
doing? Your Ains, get it out, doll, and open up your Instagram and search in Peter Crone.
Oh, how have we not spoken about Peter Crone on here already?
It just came to me. I had something else planned for today, but I'm like, how am I not speaking about it?
How are we not speaking about it?
I've only known about his work
getting a rap in every episode.
He actually should. I've only come across him really this year.
Yeah.
Like in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
I've gotten to know him really.
On like a really personal, deep level.
No, just like following his stuff and, but my husband has like subscribed to his he's got like a membership or.
Can I log into that? Any chance?
I'll get you the password.
Get me the password.
And I've listened to some of his masterminds, he calls it, or like workshops that he has in this membership that my husband Zach has. But even just through his Instagram, like
you would get
my best friend Emma and I tag each other in stuff all the time. And she might have tagged me in one video that Peter Crone did. So he's a healer. He's a healer.
Yeah.
He's amazing at like if you hear him talk, he's got this amazing British accent, but he speaks, he explains really abstract things in really simple ways. Yeah. And I just think, I don't know whether I have any words. I just think you need to go and follow him. But there was this one specific video that Emma shared with me, or I shared with her, and it was just about motherhood and how hard it was and whatever. And she explained it like he ripped me apart and then put me back together all within 3 minutes. Because he crushes your limiting thoughts, crushes your limiting beliefs in a way that you feel almost silly or stupid for actually letting that trap you or letting
He's all about one line that he says often is welcome home. Yeah. Like welcome home to yourself.
And he's all about freedom, like freedom from your from your
he
mind.
Just releases you from self-doubt, but in the most incredible way. Anyway, that was a really good recommendation.
I know, that really was.
All right.
So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for pressing play. Share this link with a friend or with anyone who you're thinking of, or
Follow
if you've got a goal for manifesting, obviously share us what you're manifesting. Please. Or even your rituals, like your manifesting ritual, share that with us. We would love to hear it. Until next time.